Hi, everyone. It's me, Madam Pamita, and we have another fabulous question from the Live Magic Q&A Tea Party that I hold every Sunday. I'd love to see you there. Come join me live over Zoom and ask your questions about witchcraft, magic, spirituality, and I'll answer them. You can do that simply by going to spellsquad.com, signing up, and you'll get a link to join. And not only that, you'll get a coupon for the Parlor of Wonders. Win-win. So why don't you head over to spellsquad.com, and now we're going to see a clip from one of our live magic Q&A tea parties. Barbara says, can mirrors affect the outcome of spell work or who the spells affect if they are in the room where the spells are being performed? So the ways we work with, there's lots of ways that people work with mirrors. And I think did I have a podcast episode? Or am I having a false memory? Either I taught a workshop about mirrors, or I might have taught a workshop about mirrors, or podcast episode about mirrors, but I'm kind of recalling that it was a podcast. Anyway, working with a mirror is something that has lots of different ways we work with mirrors. We can work with mirrors to deflect something, or we can work with mirrors to amplify something. So they have a dual purpose, whether we're facing them away from us or facing them toward us, right? So if you are working, nothing is going to do anything unless you put that intention. Remember, people have crystals, and crystals that they just, that aren't, let's say a rock collector is going to have a bunch of crystals around their home. Are the crystals going to do things do magic in that person's home without them putting an intention behind it? No. Intention is the key to magic. So every magical, I'm looking for something magical that I have around here. I have a little bit of leftover incense. I don't really have much that's magical in my grasp right now, but everything we work with, herbs, incense, candles, mirrors, are just tools. They're just tools. So if you don't use that mirror with a particular magical intent, it is not a magic mirror. It's not a magic mirror. So, but if you put the intention that you want to use the mirror to enhance your magic in some way, then it becomes a magical tool. Think about this analogy. I could have a pen. I do have a pen here. All right, there's a thing I can use. If I put this pen on the table and I don't touch it and I just leave it there, it's not going to write anything on its own. It has to take me picking it up and then taking it on a piece of paper and writing something for it to be of use. The same thing is true of our magical tools. If we do not put intention behind them, they're not part of the equation. We can go through our whole life, and many people do go through their whole life never doing magic and existing in this world with these magical tools or potential magical tools. And so what? A cup of tea is just a cup of tea. But if I put an intention and I have the herbs that are for that intention to support that intention, then it becomes a magical potion, right? It's the intention that turns a regular cup of tea into a potion. Okay, got that? All right. So the same thing is true of a mirror. If you are not using the mirror in your magic, a mirror is a piece of glass with some silver on the back, right? That's it. That's all it is. But when we use a mirror magically to deflect something or to attract something or to amplify something, those are all the purposes of what we can use a mirror for, then it becomes part of our magic. So if you're doing your spell and you're using your mirror to say, I don't know what you would use a mirror in a room for. May everyone who looks in this mirror fall under my spell or whatever, right? Then you have turned your mirror into a magical tool, and then it's going to work in a magical way. But if you don't use it, it's not doing anything. It's just a piece of furniture. So that begs the question, did you do something magical with your mirror? Then yes. Did you not? Is it just a mirror in the room? It's a piece of furniture. Okay. Now, other systems may have other people, feng shui might have a different comment about that. If you're into feng shui, but I'm not a feng shui person and I'm not a feng shui expert. I talk about a little bit about it. I touch on it sometimes because I find it's interesting, another viewpoint. But the mirror is not magical. The intention is magical that you put into the mirror. Okay. Just like the pen is not going to write by itself unless I pick it up. The mirror is not going to do magic by itself. Okay.